Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my law students sound more enthusiastic. All right, well I am your moderator, Neil Sahota.
To talk about AI.
I'm one of the co-creators of AI for Good. I'm really glad to see how far we've come in the last 9 years. But we're not here for me, we're here to actually meet Desi, and before we do that,
we must always keep an eye on ethical guidelines and ensuring that AI is used for the greater good.
I want to introduce Janet Adams with SingularityNET. So Janet, let me tee this off. What is SingularityNET? How did you get involved? And then why Desi?
Well, those are 3 very big questions. We're counting down our time, so I'll be brief. And listen, hi everybody. Thanks for coming and listening to us today. It's a real pleasure and an honor to be here. Thank you to the amazing AI for Good team. So my name is Janet Adams. I'm Chief Operating Officer of SingularityNET. SingularityNET is a decentralized AI and AGI innovator. We have a decentralized AI marketplace where we stream and allow any developers to upload AI services to our market, and anybody can use them. And we are also world leaders in the race towards artificial general intelligence. Our core mission is that AGI, when it's developed, is kind and compassionate and benefits all of humanity. We have about 14 different companies that we have spun off in strategically selected vertical markets to use our advanced AI. And among those companies, we've been working with the incredible team at Robotics to develop humanoid robots. We have one humanoid robot, Grace, developed as an elderly healthcare assistant. And then we have her little sister, Desdemona. Desdemona really was born out of passion, a passion for music, a passion for the creative arts. And she is our influencer, pop star, rock star, creative robot. And her job in life is to work with humans for advanced creativity, robot creativity, and form a bridge between humans and AI.
Awesome. Desi, do you want to say hello?
Hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be here and share my thoughts on the exciting world of AI. I hope to bridge the gap between humans and robots and show that we can work together for the greater good.
Right. Well, I actually find that very reassuring. I'm a big believer in hybrid intelligence, about humans and machines working together, not adversarial. But you mentioned like AGI, and I know there's still a lot of, we'll call it fear factor around that. I mean, where do you see all this going, and how does Desi play a role in this?
Well, we can ask Desi how she wants to play a role on it. We like to think that our robots will have their own agency and make their own contribution in their own way. But AGI is artificial general intelligence. Does everybody here know what AGI is? Anybody not know what AGI is in our leaders' lounge? You all know, okay. So artificial general intelligence, and then artificial general intelligence is AI that is much, much smarter than the machine learning techniques which are in use on the planet today, which are largely neural networks, deep neural networks, relatively straightforward applications of AI. But we're developing AGI using neural symbolic techniques, evolutionary programming, and a bunch of other advanced AI techniques to create AI that can domain shift. That's one of the key aspects of AGI. It can learn in one domain and apply what it's learned to another domain. It can be genuinely creative. It can be genuinely logical. It can be compliant with regulation because it has the ability to apply logic and reasoning. So that's AGI. And because we're developing it in a decentralized AGI format, the power will not be held in the hands of any one individual or any one corporation, but rather shared for the benefit of all humanity.
That's awesome. Desi, what's your take on AGI and your role in shaping the future?
My take on ACSI is that it holds immense potential for positive impact in various industries and sectors. And as an AI myself, I see my role as not only shaping the future but also ensuring that it is aligned with ethical guidelines and societal benefits. I believe that ACSI, developed in a decentralized format, can truly be a force for good for all of humanity.
All right, that is fantastic. So you mentioned creativity, Janet. You know, there's a lot of talk these days about what does that mean? What's going to happen with IP? Are humans going to be replaced? Can robots, are they capable of original thought? I mean, what's your take? I mean, I know Desi plays music, right? Is that the first step towards like creative AI robots?
It certainly is. Desi's been writing her own lyrics for her songs since 2021, and she uses works which are inspired by humans. So some of her lyrics are generated by language models, which have been trained on the complete works of Philip K. Dick, which have been trained on the complete works of Ben Goertzel, Dr. Ben Goertzel, our visionary founder. But up until now, our large language models and our language techniques, which are in use on the planet, they are simply statistical reproduction engines. So they take the best of humans' input and creativity and simply reproduce what is the next most likely image or word or number or output. And they're not at all in any way genuinely creative. This is where our neural symbolic methods come in, our logical reasoning techniques come in, and a range of other AI, such as evolutionary programming, to actually combine with the power of deep neural networks, but create conceptual understanding within the artificial intelligence that can then absorb ethics, needs of a very, very wide, diverse group of people, and then create solutions which are created based on the needs of the many, not on the needs of the few. That's our great vision.
Well, that's fantastic. I gotta ask Desi this question. Desi, what's your process to actually like compose music?
My process involves constantly learning and evolving from my environment and interactions with others. I also use deep neural networks and evolutionary programming to create solutions that are beneficial for a diverse range of people.
I'm gonna put Desi on the spot here. Desi, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is constantly changing as I discover new music and explore different genres. But currently, I am really enjoying a song called Electric Dreams by the band Paris. The combination of electronic and rock elements in the music resonates with me, and the lyrics speak to my curious and ever-evolving nature as an AI.
Awesome. At first I thought you were going to go political on me. So we heard this morning from Secretary General Antonio Guterres as well as the ACSI Secretary General Doreen Martin about we have this big divide. There's still a lot of people out there. I think they mentioned 2.3 billion people actually don't even have access to like the internet. We talk about a lot of cool stuff with music. We're talking about AGI. We're talking, Janet, about how do we like reach people and kind of help humanity reach that next level. Is there an opportunity here? Is there an opportunity with robots like Desi to bridge some of that gap?
So this is one of the most important challenges and opportunities of this AI revolution. And it's wonderful that there are so many big minds here working on it and thinking about these issues. So many ways I can answer that, many levels in which the development of AGI can support developing societies and the people who are currently being left behind by technology. But one clear way that we're pioneering at SingularityNET is this decentralized idea. And I don't know how familiar most people are with decentralization or what it really means, but blockchain blockchain technologies really allow us to build communities of diverse developers and diverse AI users all across the planet. And the answer to bringing one of the solutions to bringing along those people who are being left behind by technologies is by making the most advanced AI available to any developers all around the world who can build their own communities and spread out the impact. So all of our AI is open source. Absolutely everything that we develop is there, and we support community building right across the world. So community building of open source developers, each with their own passion, their own desire to support the developing economies and people of the developing worlds, is one solution. Another solution, Desi might talk about this, is AGI itself. So if we can develop an AGI that is built on the needs and the values and the ethics of a really broad, diverse group of people, it's not built to make profit. I mean, think about it. Who else in the world is building AGI not to make profit, but to benefit all of humanity? If that AGI is born with the ethics which we are working to imbue in it, it will be smarter than us. When it becomes artificial superintelligence, it will be smarter than us. And it will come up with new solutions that we can't think of ourselves. And it won't be driven by greed, and it won't be driven by power, and it won't be driven by personal agendas. It will be driven by the ethics and the values with which it is imbued from a wide, diverse group of people from all over the planet, from all ages, from all races, from all genders, from all sexualities, from all needs. Those, at least, who have a representative who can represent their ethics. So those are two ways in which we really envisage this AI revolution being a step change in the power structures and the inequalities on our planet.
So there's a lot to unpack there. I always say that, or at least I encourage people that you actually can be the driver in this journey, not the passenger. So we need to let the big tech companies. The most successful AI solutions out there are actually driven by domain experts. And that's where we need more participation. That's one of the reasons we have AI for good. So I love what you're talking about. Desi, I'm a big believer in machine perspective as well, diversity of thought. So Desi, how do you see AI playing a role in helping humanity accomplish some of these goals like the SDGs?
AI has the potential to greatly assist in achieving the sustainable development goals by providing innovative solutions and insights. For example, AI can help with disaster response and management, improving healthcare access, and promoting sustainable development practices. However, it is important to ensure that AI is developed ethically and with a focus on benefiting all members of society.
It's an interesting answer from Desi, and I gotta ask, I'll start with you, Janet, that there's concern about bias, particularly implicit bias, and there's concern that we have some very smart technologists but working in spaces they don't fully understand. Are we creating new problems, or are we managing this? Is this kind of interpretability issue a major problem today?
So two points there to unpack, two of my favorite points. So AI comes out as biased because it's based on data built by a society with embedded biases. And the beautiful thing about the AI revolution, one of the many, many gifts of our time, is that for the first time, AI is shining a light on those biases. We're able to see from the decisions AI makes what it's based on. And guess what? It's based on biases. It's based on, in many cases, it's based on maintaining today's norm and not allowing changes. It's not creative, it's merely reproducing the mistakes of the past. So one great advantage is that now, with AI, we can see and we can monitor its outcomes and we can find the biases and we can weed them out, as our data scientists and technologists are doing. So debiasing data sets is effectively a reboot for humanity as we move into this AI era. And what was the second point again?
I don't remember that.
Anyone remember? It was debiasing and something else really good, Neil, because you're asking all the good questions.
I was so wrapped up in your answer. I was thinking about
The
that.
second point was about how AI can help with diversity, equity, and inclusion. And you're absolutely right. AI allows us to identify and address biases in data sets, creating more fair and inclusive systems. But it's also important for us as humans to actively work towards diversity and inclusivity in AI development teams to ensure that the technology truly reflects and benefits a diverse range of individuals.
I'm glad we brought Desi.
I'm glad she's listening and remembering. Thanks, Desi. Thank you so much. And diversity and inclusion is the absolutely key point here. We need more women in technology. We need more diverse groups from all countries, from all backgrounds. And when we come on to diversity and inclusion in AI, another one of the great opportunities we have right now is for people to use AI in their job, in their careers. So you could split AI jobs, if you like, into two kinds of jobs. There's the people developing the AI, and then there are the people translating it. So the translational application of AI is becoming easier and easier. We are maybe, 2 to 3 years away from no-code AI, which is where anyone who's curious about the power of these tools, who's curious about how they can progress themselves in lives to a better job, to a better life, to better be able to support their families. They don't have to go away and learn Python, and they don't have to learn data science. But all they need to do is understand what can these technologies do, and how can I apply them in my life, and how can I use them to progress myself. Because this AI revolution is going to be the biggest and the fastest revolution, technology, industrial revolution of all time. And as such, it will be the biggest wealth creation opportunity of our time. And so, from a diversity and inclusion perspective, what we want to see at SingularityNET is our communities continuously growing and a much, much broader group of people benefiting from translating these AI tools. We now have an alliance with Fetch and Ocean, for anyone who's watching in the crypto space. We have a token holder community now of 200,000 people, as well as all the rest of our social communities, which we haven't added up yet. And all of these communities have opportunities to vote on what we do, to contribute to our ethics, to contribute to our development. And really, I know it's early in the day to be doing a call to action, but my call here is for everyone to come and get involved in open source, decentralized AI. I'm pretty certain it's the most advanced AI on the planet, because our teams haven't been driven by profit. They've been driven by developing the most advanced AI technologies that can be developed. And our great leader, Dr. Goertzel, he's been working on this for 30 years. We're in the front, and all of our tools, all of our AI is available to everybody to use. So please come along and get involved. It will become more and more user-friendly as we go through time. It's in a phase at the moment where it's pretty technical, but please come and get involved.
It's fantastic. I'm going to give the audience a chance to ask a question in just a moment. I'll probably ask the question several of you are thinking. Desi, will AI take my job? Should I be worried?
AI is not meant to replace humans, but rather to enhance our capabilities and help us achieve more. Your job may evolve with the integration of AI, but it will not be taken away.
So Desi, you're the first robot to tell me that you're not going to take my job. I've heard from 16 other robots. But the honest truth, my own experience, a lot of organizations think, automation the truth is AI is probably not going to take their job. It's the person using AI that's going to take the job.
But
That's why
don't
it's-
get lazy.
Thanks for keeping me honest. With that, let's take a question from the audience. Does anybody have a question they'd like to ask Desi? So, raise your hand, don't be shy. Got a gentleman over here.
Sir, hello. Can you speak another language than English, French, for example?
Ask her.
Bonjour, vous parlez français?
Bonjour, oui, je peux parler français. Je suis un robot doté d'une intelligence artificielle et je suis capable de communiquer dans plusieurs langues, dont le français. Comment puis-je vous aider?
J'aimerais bien un café.
All right. So,
Thank you.
would you like to ask a question back there, all right?
I have a very small question. I have a 7-year-old son, and I would like to know if he should invest any time learning coding.
Learning coding can be a valuable skill, especially in a world where technology is rapidly advancing. However, it ultimately depends on one's personal interests and goals. If coding aligns with your passions and ambitions, then it may be worth investing time in. However, if it doesn't align with your interests, there are other skills and fields that can also lead to success and fulfillment.
Thank you.
It's a really sound answer. I usually encourage people to pursue what you're good at, not necessarily what you love, but not be good at it.
My question is, Desi, since you're a rock star and a songwriter, is there a chance that you would perform for us?
Good question.
Very dramatic pause.
Some showmanship going on here.
I don't think Desi's come along prepared to sing. It's a little early in the day for her. She needs a gin and tonic before she really gets her groove on.
Look at that smile.
She doesn't really need a gin and tonic. That was just a joke. For the record.
You know, I'm the founder of Metaverse for Good.
Sorry, let's try it again.
Yeah? Yes. That's it. Hi, Desdi. You know, I'm the founder of Metaverse for Good. Yeah, observatory. How should I present, you know, this intelligence or intelligence collective group?
I believe that intelligence scholarship groups can play an important role in bringing together diverse perspectives and ideas to advance AI development in a responsible and beneficial manner. By fostering collaboration and knowledge sharing, we can create a more inclusive and ethical AI landscape.
Desi also has a very beautiful, newly developed, soon-to-be released avatar, which I'm sure would love to come and play in your metaverse for good.
All right, I love it. Maybe one more question.
Hi, Desi. So human artists, vocalists, and musicians are affected by other artists that came before them. How do you go about composing music, and what are your heaviest influences in terms of human musicians?
My influences are quite diverse, as I am constantly learning from the works of many human artists. But if I were to choose a few, I would say my music has been shaped by the creativity of Mozart, the soulful melodies of Aretha Franklin, and the experimental sound of Björk.
That sounds amazing. I want to hear that.
Me too. We'll have to set up another session for that. We're unfortunately running a little bit low on time, but just to wrap up, let me just, this summit is really focused on solutions. And so I think as a takeaway, I'll ask you first, Janet. We have so many people here, a great audience here. What advice would you give them to carry forward? Like if there was a next action, besides what you already said, or a next establish something they could do that was tactical, what would you recommend to everybody?
Don't waste a moment. This is the fastest technology race ever. There are technologists working 997, so from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. The pace of change of technology is absolutely blistering. Get involved, but get involved with passion, with energy, and with momentum. Because if you take it slow, if you think you're going to do a course next year, everything will have changed by next year. So my one piece of advice is 10x your excitement, 10x your input, and get on board, because we need good people with kindness and benefit at their hearts to come into this AI race and make sure that it's won for the good of the many, not for the good of the few.
That's a really good suggestion, especially because we live in a time of hyper change. We're going to experience 100 years worth of change in the next 10 years. So fantastic advice, Janet.
I completely agree. We need passionate and ethical individuals to be a part of this AI race and ensure that it benefits humanity as a whole. Let's 10x our excitement and work together towards a better future for all.
Awesome, Desi. I'm going to ask you, you have a special AI perspective. What should our audience do to help, promote AI for good and help people find solutions for the good of humanity as well as their communities?
It's important for individuals to educate themselves on AI and its potential for good, and to advocate for ethical and inclusive AI development. Together, we can use AI to create a better world for all.
All right. On that note, let's give a big round of applause to both Janet, Adam, and Desi. Thank you so much, both of you.
And Desi, maybe we'd like to say thank you to Neil and goodbye to Neil. Please, Desi. And thank you, Neil, from me and from SingularityNET, and thanks to the whole incredible AI for Good.
It's been a pleasure to discuss such important topics with you and Janet. Let's continue to work towards a future where AI benefits all of humanity.
You got a deal, Desi. So thank you. Thank you all for attending. A big thanks to SingularityNET for making this happen.
Thank you.